All right, Coach, it is a lovely night here in the Midwest, and the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set, 54. Mike, 54. Watch the curve. Watch the turn. Zoom, zoom. Get it all. West. Watch my board. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna...
Brissett to throw on first. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
First down, Brissett, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check three.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Down. 10, touchdown. 22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. Wahoo.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 55, Mike.
I got him.
Yeah. Mike 55.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
70, Indy. 6'6", bullet high. Let's go, ready?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Off the play fake. Nolan. Open here, Adam Thielen. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. Second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
To throw on second down. Nolan. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. 54.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Big hit.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Look at this, a tight end carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready, set. 54, right there. Hey, box drop.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Henry. Mike 51. Mike 51. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 2nd and 7. Brissett looking left side. That's caught by Landry. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. They find some open field here. A big run there by Johnson. 44 yards on the ground. Preseason game, but I'll tell you, he looked mid-season form right there on that carry.
Get him out of there, Brandon. Don't let him carry the ball anymore in the preseason. He is ready for when it starts for real.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Too little, Cupcake. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Come on, this is Pittsburgh. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Right there.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Funches has it complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
Mike 5-4. I'm here all day. Tight guard.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. Nolan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Back to throw. Nolan looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. The bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's go.
Play action now, Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Matt Darr now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, Jansen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them. They run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the 31, Kaiser. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Mike 51. Mike 51. Off. I got it. Check 43.
On third down, Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Nolan. The throw complete to Beebe. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Matchbox light.
Second and 5. Setting up the screen for Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Looking to throw. Jansen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jansen. He finds his man Johnson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Olabisi Johnson, 42 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Try. Mark 22, Mark 22. Let's go, D.
Kaiser to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Mack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Like 22, he's coming.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
57 the Mike. 57 the Mike. Rabbit. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Stay with your man.
Kaiser now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Looking to run with Mack, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Defense, let's go. Jam. No. Off. H3. Hey, watch it.
Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On first down, Jansen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
30 base.
54. Check.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Nolan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Chad Beebe that time, and it's 3rd and short. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
From the gun, Nolan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Watch the slap. Go, snap.
On 4th down, Jansen. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Fire.
Following the fumble recovery. Nolan incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You don't want it. Like 50.
Throwing again. Nolan. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, Charlie.
50, Mike 50.
Check back.
To throw again. Nolan. And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nolan. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. As his guys are back within a single score. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Minnesota. The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here I come. Over. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
You must be dreaming.
Mike 22. On deck.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. That's caught by Trey Quinn. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
He's coming. We got double up.
Johnson running right. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl. Check 50.
They go to Johnson again. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
You go what? You got tape. You got tape right there.
A give, running right is Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check out, read.
Bravo.
Back to throw.
Here we go. Get off the field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Back. Hey, Haywood.
53 to the left.
Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went.